I don't know the exact number, but let's say I graduated among 200, 300 students. I graduated at the bottom of the barrel. Like I barely made it through. High school for me was a little bit challenging, not because I wasn't capable, but more so because I didn't see the big picture back then. And yet here I am, still standing. Proof that where you start doesn't determine where you go.
You're all welcome. You're more than welcome.
The Project Porch.
Oh, mama, they at the spot again. They say it ain't nobody but OJ and his project friends. Welcome to the Project Porch. You already know. If you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. Ooh, we trying to stay in the way. Word of mouth, man. But I'm going to shoot it straight with you. In terms of education, I have always thought to myself, who decides the value of our knowledge? Is it a piece of paper signed and stamped? We frame and put on the wall? Is it the school we went to? Or it could be the label society gives us when we don't check all their boxes. But who am I? What do I know? I only have a high school diploma. And society standards, that might put me at the lower step of the ladder. But today, I stand before you not as a statistic, but as proof. I mean, pure proof that the value of a person is not confined by formal education. When I graduated high school, it was like a lot of y'all. I didn't have a clear plan. I wasn't the top of the top, what do they call it? The valedictorian. I didn't have scholarships pouring out the wazoo where people was competing for my enrollment. But they only want me for my ambition. Hey, I had ambition, but no roadmap. And that's where a lot of us falter. They equate the lack of direction with a lack of potential. But I knew one thing. Shout out to my brother Five, man. We had hard work. And one thing we were willing to do is take whatever came our way. Learning lessons that a classroom couldn't even teach, lessons on humility, perseverance, and just the power of showing up. But, what do I know? I know the value of starting from the bottom, building a foundation, look, brick by brick, one step at a time. They lied to you if they told you education ends in the classroom. Truth be told, man, it really begins when life started hitting you with them challenges. You can sit around and read endless books on self-development and leadership, but it really kicks in when you're trying to provide for a family on a shoestring budget. You could take countless courses on negotiation, but shoot, from my real world experience, I learned to negotiate when that rent due and you ain't got no money and you convince that landlord to extend that deadline, But what do I know? I know the real world don't ask for your GPA, but what it will do is demand that grit from you. At some point, you gotta open your eyes up and seek and find those people that come from the same background as yourself and realize that they're successful and didn't go that traditional education route. But what they all will share in common is the fact that they had courage to act. I've learned that success isn't about knowing everything. It's about being willing to learn anything. It's about failing, getting back up, pivoting, and trying again. But what do I know? I know that you don't need a degree to dream. You just need determination. Society often place people with only a high school diploma in a box, assuming we're less capable, less intelligent, or less valuable. But here's the thing. Greatness doesn't come with requirements. Think about it. I got a partner. He has a plumbing business. Man, he'll plumb a house from the ground up. Make sure the house is functioning properly. Got another guy, he's a mechanic, build a motor from scratch and make sure that boy is running smoothly. And I know some guys who are entrepreneurs who building businesses from scratch. Their value isn't defined by their education, it's defined by their impact. But what do I know? I know that skills, passion, and character outweigh any diploma. And let me be clear on this. I am not against formal education. In fact, I push my kids to go off to school and get their education because I understand it's a powerful tool. And for many of us, it's the right path. But, I'm just trying to spread awareness. It's not the only path. So if you're sitting there feeling less of yourself because your resume don't look like the valedictorian, let me tell you this. Your worth isn't on a piece of paper. Your potential isn't confined to a classroom, and your future isn't limited by your past. But what do I know? I know that life is the greatest teacher. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters how you grow. So whether you have a high school diploma, PhD, or whatever's in between, remember this, the world don't need no more certifications, man. It needs more people willing to chase their dreams, solve problems, and make a difference. My check engine light just came on. I'ma whip it still. $1 and a dream, and I'm behind on bills. From the mud to mulch. Man, look, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Look, man. We up next, man. We up next. There's nothing more to say. We up next. Thank y'all.